Okay, welcome to the semi-final of the main competition here. Bareback Riders versus Nottingham Hoods. So away we go, and it's Bareback Riders who are based up north towards the Scotland area, although they have players from just about everywhere playing. They're in the red, attacking at the moment. There's Alison Hogg, number 4, and there's Clark Hobson, almost getting over the line, but just getting the final touch, and that was 6 tackles. So now ball hands over to Nottingham Hoods, the local team in green, pushing forward. Nottingham lost 1 match in their group stage, and here's a bit of pace, and number 59 for Nottingham, Jack Dickinson, absolutely flying. What a superb tackle, little touch tackle from Mine Mimchik. Back out to Henry Burton. Nottingham pushing forward. Nick Carroll's in there. Back to Burton. Opportunity for Ben Meakin. Final touch. Referees holds 5 fingers up. This means it's the last tackle. Oh, what a brave attempted pass that was. That had fire coming off it. A little bit too hot, and certainly it was way too wide for the winger to try and get hold of that. Number 55 there out on the wing. Kate Davis Bavin. So now Bareback Riders, who are the number 1 team in the UK this year so far, have been totally dominant in some of the other smaller tournaments that have taken place. This is the big tournament. I'm not actually asked why they call Bareback Riders. I need to go and ask that. I do understand, and I do apologise. I've not done my homework at all for this. But there was a bad mistake, and that's a free ball given to Nottingham Hoods. Referee's not very happy with a push tackle there, and he's going to give a penalty, so that'll be another 6 tackles for Nottingham, who start bang on their own line. I said that's the halfway line there. I was going to say the other place was the halfway. A little bit wrong. 55 here, Kate Davis Beavin. As you can see, she runs off. Below us is where we have a fair little crowd developing, plus our cameras are based here, and this is where the substitutions take place. Nice little touch just before the touchdown. 49 there, Isabel Hobson almost getting in. Back to 57, Sadie Meakin, and that will be a turnover. 6 tackles. So fairly tight so far. 3 minutes gone. Nobody scored. And not really been a major opportunity for either team yet either. Eddie Sanjoan from the far side. Now they'll swing it in. Nice little shimmy move, and again tries to take out. There's the touch called. That was Clark Hobson. To Alison Hogg. 2 number 4s on the pitch, but one's a man, one's a woman, so that's okay, easy to tell. 2 number 4s interchange, Hogg to Hobson. Here's Ryan Meemchik, goes out wide. And is that being given as a touchdown? It certainly has. We'll see this on the replay. I just thought the referee, I was just looking off screen, and I thought one of the referees actually signified that there was a touch, but it wasn't, and overruled by the central referee if that happened. But there's the pass in, and yes, definitely you can see that it was a touchdown there before anybody touched her, and that was try for the Bareback Riders, who take a lead. Early point, that was number 4 for Bareback, Alison Hogg, who scored there. So now what can Nottingham do in response? They've had a little bit of possession there. Richard Jones, here's Ben Meakin, number 12. Back to Meakin. There's a wild pass out to the left. What an attempt that was. And, obviously Nottingham have come prepared to throw the ball about a little bit here. And that was They're taking a high-risk strategy, though, because it really has to be absolutely bang on the money. The winger that was there to receive the ball, but she had to just stretch too far in the end, put it down. Here comes Alison Hogg, the first scorer. She goes off for a little rest. There's constant rolling substitutions here, so don't be surprised if you see a lot of players touching the ball and then not seeing them again, because they'll have gone off, especially when they're in midfield. There's a lovely pass from Hobson backwards, but Clark Hobson didn't have enough pace on that pass, and that one went astray. So again, another turnover of possession. This is much more open game, and there's a mistake from Nottingham. Mistake from Kate Davis-Bavin, and 58, who's actually just gone off Richard Jones. So free ball here for the Bareback Riders in red. Matt Mitchell. Here's Ryan Meemchik, number 13. And they're just happy to let Nottingham come to them at the moment, just take their time a little bit. Another touch. They're just taking their time, they're happy to just play the slow game, and then suddenly they'll burst into a move. And Hobson just throws the ball against the Nottingham player. And sometimes, yes, if it's an attempted interception and it doesn't come off, and there could be another 6 tackles for Bareback there, but I think that one was just thrown at the Nottingham player, and the referee saying that's going to be a Nottingham ball. Nice interplay. Here's Ben Meakin going out wide. Wonderful pass out wide. Here's a chance down the wing. Oh, what a pass inside. That is beautiful touch rugby. What Jack Dickinson over the line. And what a pass, what a play this is. We see this all the way from the halfway line. You know, we're seeing passes here that are half the length of the pitch sometimes. Here's Dickinson early on, starting the move. Great interplay with his winger. And the winger and the link man, to and fro. That was absolutely wonderful touch rugby. And that's one apiece. Good semi-final. 5 minutes to go in this first half. A little bit of a chit-chat between the two players there. I think there was possibly a hand in the face or something like that, but totally accidental, and an apology afterwards. Number 11 is certainly one to watch out for. He's actually not on the official team sheet for Bareback, which is confusing me. I can't actually give him a name check. I do apologise. There's number 21, who's Gareth Revell. And that was a loose pass. And now Nottingham have the ball. Well, having just seen the match we saw where there was points aplenty, and again Nottingham just loose play, really unnecessarily so. They still had plenty more tackles to go. Why did they have to throw a loose pass out like that? So now Bareback have an opportunity, and here we come. Here's a bit of pace going in, but a loose ball from them. Well, these teams have played 4 matches to get here, and playing a game of touch rugby, what they played before was a 20 minutes full match, just one way. And you've got to say that it looks as if we do have a couple of tired teams out here as well. There are some pretty lazy passes going on. Here's Nottingham with Nick Carroll. Nice touch and run, Henry Burton. And there's the pace through the middle. Can he find somebody? Oh, no, he couldn't. He made the attempt. I'd like to see the replay of that, actually, if possible. We'll just look at this again. It's ball's gone to Bareback, so they've got 6 tackles. So here he goes. He breaks through, but because he's the dummy half, he can't. He's not allowed to score himself. He tried to offload to number 16, Julia King, and she wasn't in a position to take it. So that was almost an opportunity there. And of course, you would say that Bareback, knowing that he's not allowed to score, they're comfortable with him going through to the scoring zone. Nottingham will have the ball. 2.5 minutes to go this first half. Quite a tense little semi-final this has become. Bareback, massive favourites in this match, have not so far taken the bull by the horns and taken control at all. And Nottingham are using their substitutes well. They're rolling on and off beautifully. You notice Ben Meakin has been off. He's come on at the right time for the attack, and there's a loose pass behind Meakin. It's interesting to note that Bareback have had a few injuries actually, and they are down in numbers. I'm just looking on the sidelines. I can only see 5 players on the sidelines for Bareback Riders actually ready to come on. You just see it on picture there in the top left corner. Only 5 players I can see that are actually rolling substitutes. And well, as for Nottingham, they've got a full complement here. There's a lot more. There's almost double the number. Bareback attack, Hannah Crisp moving out, and that is giving us a try. That's just, again, one of the officials has just got a slightly different way of marking that, so just slightly delayed, but it is Crisp. Here's number 15, gets the ball back, and well, that is absolutely wonderful play, and superb. Ryan Meemchick, number 13 there, interplaying with Clark Hobson, and in the end it was Alicia Green, I think, scoring now. I'll just double check that. She's in the far corner away from the commentary desk and the camera, so hard to get her number, but we'll get in a second. Nottingham now on the attack, 2-1 down. Dying embers of this first half. Horn goes, this is the last play. And in fact, I think the referee says that will do. That is the final play. The touch came straight afterwards. Our clock's slightly behind. The kick-off here was a fraction behind real time. So half-time score is the Bareback Riders 2, Nottingham Hoods 1. Here are the 3 touchdowns we saw from earlier. This was what a wonderful play. In fact, this one very similar. A break in, and there you see the support from behind. That's a wonderful play. And here's the equalising touchdown. Look at this for expansive rugby. Great running, great passing. That one slightly taken by the face as well, but what a pass inside that is. And that is absolutely wonderful. That's the equalising try. And then this was 2-1. We'll just see the discussion going on there. And the interplay. They're out to the wing, and, well, that was easy. Easy as they come. Well, I'm very pleased to say I've been joined by Melissa Day, who did us a little bit of commentary earlier. It's quite comical commentary, but you're going to be serious for us today. You gave us a few laughs earlier on. Julian Clary has nothing on you, I've got to say. Oh, thank you. Serious commentary for a serious game that we've got here on Field
This
1.
is it. This is a cup semi-final. And you know, you would look on paper and think Bareback Riders are going to absolutely steamroller this other team, but they haven't at all. And Nottingham have really pushed hard. And if anything, they've actually been a bit loose. They've given the ball away a few too many times.
Well, Nottingham are such an underrated team at times. And you can see that link there, the number 12, Ben Meakin. He is a cracking player. He's got a great long ball on him, and he is probably the strongest player in this Nottingham side. So I reckon he can really pull it out of the bag. Shows a bit of skin there at the back he is at the moment, pulling out the chest.
Yeah, we're just waiting. I'm not sure what the officials are waiting for here. We're just waiting for a hooter. There you go. There's the hooter. Okay, we're allowed to go. So 12 minutes to go. Only one in it between these two teams. Nottingham Hoods in green and the Bareback Riders, who we say are based out of Scotland, but they're basically everywhere.
Yeah, they've got a few different players. You can see Eddie, the number 6, he's from Scotland in there, but the other mid, Gareth Revel, with the red hat that you can see in there, he's a Welsh player, one of the Wales Mixed Open players, and he's a really, really strong player for them.
They're almost like a Barbarians team, aren't they? Sort of combined of everybody.
A mishmash.
Yeah, mishmash. I like that word.
I find it quite interesting that you asked me not to, use innuendo in a Bareback Riders game. That's all right.
I know you've really got to be. You've
that.
got to be so well behaved. I'll tell you, this is going to be a very big task.
Yep. Now Hannah Crisp, the Scottish Women's Open player, driving so well. She's a great little sprinter as well. Has the largest collection of Nike sneakers in Edinburgh. Fun fact.
Pass out onto the wing. Good defence from Nottingham there. They were ready for this.
Great scrambling defence by Nottingham.
Oh.
Speculator around the back from Clark Hobson. Hasn't quite come off that time.
Yeah. And we should explain that was the last tackle, so they had to throw it around. They had to try and keep it alive. And sometimes some of those Hail Marys come off, don't they? So.
Yeah, I'm Catholic and they do work occasionally, so I know.
I'm not talking about the drinks.
So we've got Shane Hills, who's a great referee, Nicholas Van Der Eff and Bronwyn Wake reffing this game. So level 3 and 5 badges, which is great to see.
Yeah.
Good driving to the box there by Nottingham.
Yeah, Nottingham using their substitutes a lot. Madame, listen, do tell me, I've noticed that Bareback only have 5 players on the sideline. And, Nottingham have a full complement here. Here's a great pass on the outside. We've just got to wait a second.
Great
touch has been called.
Number 22 from BBR.
Yeah, touch was given. So I know it's unusual when you're used to standard rugby that if a ball goes over there it counts, but the touch was called and that was the last tackle. Well, I was just going to say, like this game is a physical, fast game. As you can see, nobody rests. It's always constantly going. To only have 5 substitutes and the other team to have, how many have they got? We've got 9, 10 players on their sideline. Does that tell later on in the match? Does that really hurt? Is there a big difference? Or is 5 good enough?
You know what? Some teams, it would make a difference. And we've got 6 again with the Nottingham hand in that ball. Normally it would make a difference, but BBR have such a fit and strong team. And the last NTS in Nottingham, I think they only had about 3 subs, and they won that tournament.
And they still won it.
Absolute no one on the field. So they're just pretty amazing. And a great dive there by Gareth Revel. He's agile for a big guy. There's a
try. I'm still saying no tries. It's a touchdown, and Bareback Riders go 3-1 ahead here. And as you say, Revel here is Gareth Revel. It's been wonderful. He's in the middle of the pitch, so he's a playmaker. And look at that, just completely. The guy in green, number 58. Look, he turns around. I think he only just realised about 3 seconds later that actually a touchdown had been scored there.
I think so. Gareth Revel, he's known for loving a good quickie, so that was that play there, a quickie. That wasn't innuendo, that was
careful,
genuine touch talk. So quickie where he plays the ball and then receives it straight back from the half and goes in for a dive. So we've got Ben Meakin with the ball now, obviously trying to create something. Now BBR have to move up off their line, and that's what Ben's trying to make them do now.
Oh, and he just fell over as well. He had a bit of space to run forward. I've got to say, using a football term.
That's a quickie in there, and he's trying to get them on the outsides. But Hannah Crisp, she's hard to beat on the outside. She's faster than I was.
She was speedy there, wasn't she? And I don't think he was expecting that. But that lady was super fast and got the touch. Now you see again, she's got speed. Yeah, using a football term, there was definitely a taxi for number 58, Richard Jones there, who went off. And he's probably still out somewhere in Nottingham, walking around, wondering where that player went.
Yep, so here we have Eddie, famous for playing the bagpipes at all the Scotland anthem events.
He's
great
again.
blowing the good pipes. Oh, and they've got on the outside.
There's one more there, but Katie Green's covered. Katie Green, number 14, she scored the first 2 tries for Bareback, so they have a 2-point lead here.
I mean, if I was a betting woman, and I am, not a terrible problem, but just a...
Yeah.
Oh, dropped the ball after a really strong drive as well. That's unfortunate for Nottingham.
So frustrating, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got a feeling BBR are going to have a strong half here.
Yeah, you sort of giving them a ball in your own half with a lazy pass like that. Revel will just take the touch. You just feel they're having a little rest here before the explosion comes. There you go, another touch. Yeah. I'll just have a few more yards. There's no rush here.
I call that absorbing the touches, and then you'll see him.
And here comes a little move. There's the move. Oh my goodness. How brilliant is this?
That
Safe
was
pair
brilliant.
of hands out there with number 14, Katie Green.
Katie Green scores her third. That's a hat trick.
Just having an absolute
And
pearler.
there you go. So you just think, well, they're having a walk in the park. You could call this a sport. What's going on? They're just walking, and then suddenly it's like, okay, there's the pre-prepared move, isn't it? That's the common switch over that it scores so many touchdowns in this game.
And look at that crowd back there. The crowd has swelled to at least, I reckon there are 40 or 50 people here at Nottingham.
There's quite a few people around the cameras, and of course, as matches stop on the other pitches, I'm going to come over and or watch the finals, which is always a good experience here.
Yep, you can see all the cars parked back there, so we've got lots of players still playing, so
yeah,
the final's going to be a big game.
There's finals in other competitions taking place. Lovely little juggle there, managed to hold on well, did number 59, Jack Dickinson, and now he's gone wide, but the pass is loose, and Isabel Hobson is not going to get anywhere near that.
A good play passing it out to the opposition wing, because BBR, we assume, might want to drive to their box, so they'll have to cross the whole field to do that now.
Now BBR
control.
mess up. That was a really poor pass from Matt Mitchell. I think Bareback Riders have actually just got some of their, can I call them B-team players out there? They've not got their first string out, or shall I say it that way?
Yeah, they've got some strong players out there. So we've got Clark Hobson in the green hat, Ryan Mimsek in the black hat. So they're both England mixed open players.
Yeah, okay.
And they're lovely fellas.
So maybe I'm totally wrong there. Oh, what a pass and what a move. And there's a touchdown. 55, Kate Davis-Bavin scoring.
That was a great ball. Let's watch this on replay.
Yeah, watch this on the replay.
This is worth a
Number
slow
12,
mo.
Ben Meakin. He makes this.
That's Sadie. Good strong dump
So
from
Meakin
Sadie
picks
Meakin.
up the ball, and this is where he draws. Now the thing is, he's sort of. Now this is where I would conjecture. I'm an expert on touch rugby now. I've been commentating on it all day. I think that was bad defence from Bareback, because he's not allowed to score, so he's running into the ground. They can almost ignore him, and so why did they leap away? You know, if you were a defensive coordinator for Bareback, you'd be saying, why didn't Katie Green stay out wide, because he was never a danger.
I mean, they have tried to recruit me for that role on a number of occasions. Unfortunately, their pay packet isn't quite as substantial as I'm looking for. But yeah, in touch, what you'll see is, depending on
that was so
that's
good.
a ball down. So Alison Hogg.
Yeah, Ali Hogg there. She thinks she scored. The defender says she touched.
Called.
Yeah, well, a touch has been called. So yeah, slight disagreement. But I think Alison was happy actually. She went back to position to play it. So
Ali Hogg, she's an England mixed open representative as well for a number of years.
And there's the sixth tackle. So turnover time.
All right, now let's see how Nottingham drive up the field now. So not particularly well, I think is the right thing to say. But Nottingham defence on their line has been really solid. So we'll see what BBR can sort out at the moment. So we've got Revel with the ball at the moment. Eddie bagpipes and one going in for half. And a fire up, which was a long ball out to the right, but unfortunately that ball's gone down. So Nottingham have another chance off their line. Good work in holding BBR out. As you can see, we're deep into the second half, only a few minutes to go. So Nottingham are going to have to turn it on like Donkey Kong to try and make up that difference. And I can't really see it happening, but particularly not with that penalty.
Not when you give the ball. Again, they've given the ball away in their own half, and it's yeah, that probably has just sealed the match now for Bareback, who obviously are aware of the clock, and they just eat a bit of time. They don't need to throw the ball around. They can just take 6 tackles, knowing they're probably going to eat up, what, a minute and a half or so, and then Nottingham still need to score twice. So good little tactics going on here. And if they score another, then they really will have put a seal on it.
You know what, Adrian? We might be calling it early, but I'm calling it BBR win. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah. Well, I think so. Yeah. I think it's probably 100-1 on, isn't it? Really now.
All right, Clark Hobson, good dump there. Gareth Revel.
Oh, what a dodge! But a touch was given, and that was the 6th tackle. So a little reprieve for Nottingham. You see, you always feel that
there's a touchdown there, and of course you forget. Oh yeah, he only needs a fingertip, and it has to stop.
Absolutely, and let's see if Nottingham can end on a high.
Yeah.
So we've got Ben Meakin and Sadie Meakin with the ball at the moment.
Oh,
Great
what a
hands from the
catch!
winger
And
there.
she's off to the races.
Oh,
She's got a
and
chase
she
on
is
here,
rapid,
and
this
look at the
girl.
pace. What pace this is! Kate Davis-Bavard has scored.
Now she is a cracking young
And
player.
Katie Green just holds her hands out and says, well, I can't do anything against that pace. That was superb.
She is a great player. So she plays for the England under-18s girls, and you can see why. She has
Whoa.
a great turn of pace, and that is a great touchdown for Nottingham. Now, 1 minute 27 on the clock. Have we called it too early, Adrian?
You know, there's a phrase called commentator's curse, and yeah.
Well, I'm not much of a commentator, so I didn't think I'd be much cursed, but
Yeah.
we'll see what can happen here.
You know, if Nottingham do score this, this could be really interesting. But let's give this match its due. Bareback Riders still a point ahead with just over a minute. They just have to hold possession. They would rather score and make sure it's certain, and that is absolutely wonderful. A little 1-2, and it's good night Vienna. That is well and truly it. I think your money's safe, Melissa.
Look at this, a play the ball by Ryan. He's a great player, England mixed open. He's put on some muscle over the summer.
Yeah.
Taken the dump there, pass from half to Clark Hobson and
Matt Mitchell.
straight back.
Yeah.
You can see
Beautiful.
the defence flat-footed on the line.
Well, Nottingham have really given them a go and given it a real good go. I think it's been a closer match than probably some would have expected. And this is what happens in semi-finals. You really can give it your all, knowing leave it all out on the pitch.
And we're going to see 6 again with 20 seconds to go.
Referees just signified 6 more tackles.
Nottingham have such a strong season at NTS. They've got a really good group of players, and it would be good to see them finish with a score here.
A little bit of miscommunication there. It all went a bit messy. It's I think it's just signifies that Nottingham realise this match is over, and they've got one more play. Can they finish? No, they haven't. The ball's thrown away. Game is over, and the Bareback Riders will have a chance. The number 1 ranked team in the UK are through to the final. And, well, who will they face? Well, the other match is playing over on pitch 2 right now. And it is a question of, I think Wigan were involved in that one. I don't know who they were playing against. Wigan beat the Bareback Riders 7-5 in a cracking match here earlier. Sorry, it was 5-1. It was much wider margin.
Yeah, Wigan have been up and down like a yo-yo today, so it's going to be interesting if they get through the final, how they'll play.
I have realised
Ryan, number 13.
Touch rugby is one of those sports where you can get in a one-off game, you can get shock results, and in the one-off game, the team that's maybe not so strong can beat the stronger team.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Galaxy Black won a game today, so shock results are plenty here at Nottingham. Now this is a great one by Julia King, the senior mixed England representative on the wing, passing it in there.
Galaxy Black are like the Crystal Palace of touch rugby.
Oh, occasionally,
Sorry,
Adrian.
trying to get a Crystal Palace joke in there. Everybody seems to be telling them these days.
And here we're seeing some replays of some great scores. So this was at 1-1, great dump by Hannah and Ryan to Clark Hobson. Quick ball back and out to Miriam on the wing. Now, Miriam's a Wales Women's Open player, and she's got a better dive on her than Tom Daly, so she's a real asset to this BBR team going into the final as well. Here we've got the score at 2-1. Revel dumping the ball and a quick pass back to him, and get down low and go, go, go. There's a fire on field 1, and Gareth Revel is acting accordingly. Okay, so this was at 3-1, and BBR setting up on the line. Now, looking at the time, this is 6 minutes to go in the second half, and I think we can say that when this score came, we were calling it early from BBR, but we were a little bit premature on that call, because, as you'll see going forward, Nottingham came back in an excellent way. Sadie Meakin, strong dump, and Ben Meakin using that turn of speed, and a great score out there on the wing. Now, coming up, I think, is the score of the game. This score on the wing, great turn of pace, and a great dive to finish off. As you can see, the speedy Hannah Chris was coming in cover deep, but she didn't quite make it. She was probably running from about 1 kilometre away, and the fact that she got that close is quite impressive for BBR. So 4-3, we thought they were just trying to suck up a bit of time, but nah, they've run in for another score.